One of the things that happened because Trump decided at the last minute to call off new strikes against Iran, one of the things that happened is Lindsey Graham totally looked like a douchebag and a jackass because he was literally giving a speech saying, I might have to leave early from the speech because it's going down tonight. He was basically broadcasting it like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen tonight. And not only that, you had Mark Levin now is absolutely furious and he's going to lose it on air. He's going to fly off into a jiggle rage for us. Listen to how he's basically demanding that the president of the United States murder the grand Ayatollah in Iran. And we'll watch this and then we'll break it down some more.
The prisoners who are the age of your children and grandchildren are being tortured and raped. It's not 3,000 dead. I just read it's 23,000 dead. And the number's going up. You can't see there. You can't hear there. Maybe they're not hanging people, but they have bullets.
This is the same guy who said, there is no genocide happening in Gaza. There are no innocent people dying in Gaza. That's all made up. That's all blood libel. That's all slander. That's not true. There is no genocide in Gaza. There aren't innocent people being killed there. And now here, think of all the innocent people. There's so many innocent people. Can you fucking stop? Can you fucking stop? Literally nobody, even your top allies, Mark Levin, don't believe that you give a shit about any Iranians, innocent or not. Everybody knows you don't care. Of course you don't care. Oh, what about the innocent lives? Innocent lives? You were just cheerleading the U.S. regime shooting a 37-year-old soccer mom in the face. Okay? You don't give a fuck. Who are you kidding? God, this is so... When you see the whole game, when you see the whole picture, and then you see something like this, it's amazing to me the extent that these people just lie. They just lie. Like he has no problem just lying. I care a lot about these people, I swear. Like, no, you fucking don't. Shut the fuck up.
Killing people. And they are abusing these people. You just said that this guy Khomeini has ordered the assassination of our president. They've tried to assassinate our president.
That is such a lie. By the way, this is how they tried to rope Trump in to do the full regime change, is that, oh, actually, Iran was behind the assassination attempts of Donald Trump. Are you fucking kidding me? Netanyahu, I heard repeat the same line. Oh, Iran tried to kill Trump. Because they know he's a fucking jackass and an idiot, and if you personalize it, he'd be more likely to say, yeah, fuck it, let's kill these people. And here's Mark Levin repeating the same fucking Hasbara Mossad-ass lie.
Assassination of our president. They've tried to assassinate our president. He should be taken out. When you try to take out the president of the United States, since when do we tolerate that from any 7th century barbarian primitive? Not today, not yesterday, and we shouldn't take it tomorrow.
7th century barbarian primitive. Tell us how you really feel, Mark, about Muslims in Iran. Tell us how you really feel. That's your actual feelings, not just about the Grand Ayatollah, but about all of them there. Let's be serious. Let's be serious. You want to talk about a 7th century barbarian primitive? Let's talk about fucking Netanyahu. Let's talk about your illegal settlers in the West Bank who believe that Yahweh promised them that fucking land. Please, man. Oh, God, I hate this guy so much.
And we shouldn't be here wondering what America should do. This is a regime that said, yeah, you took out our nukes, but you can't take out our knowledge about nukes, and we're going to keep building them. And we're going to attack the United States.
They are not going to attack the United States, you fucking lying loser. This reminds me all the clips of Netanyahu going back to like the 1990s where he's like, Iran is going to go after the U.S. He might attack you, Cleveland. Look out. And it's just, you were lying then. You're lying now. You lied everywhere in between. Nobody's buying this. Who the fuck is this for? Who is this for?
1,000 Americans over the years through Hezbollah and Hamas. Now, I ask my fellow Americans, how much more of this crap are we going to take from these terrorists? How much more? They are slaughtering these young people. They're unarmed. They're brutalizing them. We said.
Oh, my God. They're slaughtering these poor people. They're unarmed. You mean like almost literally everybody in Gaza who was fucking murdered? The 90% innocent civilians who were killed, mostly women and children? Nah, he doesn't care about those. That was all fake. That was all Pallywood, where they, you know, it's like a high-level Hollywood set where they pretend like they're dying and being starved to death.
Protest, we're coming to the rescue. Well, that's what we Americans do when we can. And the president, I believe, in all my heart, is going to keep his word because that's what he does.
By the way, this is like, understand what this segment is for an audience of one, Donald Trump. That's the point of this segment. It's for an audience of one. Is we can't let him get away with that. And he tried to kill you, Mr. President. He's doing all these horrible things, Mr. President. And you said you're going to be good to your word, right? It's basically like commanding the president of the United States, you better do more war and more bombing. That's what this is. Like an evil character in a movie. That's what we're watching right now. That's what Mark Levin is.
And when you see these young people in body bags all over the damn place, and when you see these young people staring into the sky.
This rings so fucking hollow since he was one of the biggest cheerleaders for the absolute annihilation and destruction of Gaza. Gaza is like literally all rubble now. They bombed all the hospitals and all the schools and the UN buildings. They shot children in the face. They bombed tent cities with refugees. They literally murdered hundreds of people. And then the IDF came out and said, well, there was one Hamas guy, so we had to do it. This is what they said. I'm giving you the steel man of what they said. He had nothing to say. In fact, he fucking supported all of it. He had his pom-poms out and everything. And here he is like, the innocent civilians that I care so much about. Jesus Christ, man.
Staring into the sky, dead. And when these young people are in these prisons saying, my God, where's my mother and my father? Can somebody help me? You hear them, America? Do you hear them? I hear them screaming. We need to do something about this.
Oh, my God.
I hear them.
What a... and Sean Hannah at the end going, I hear him too. Let's do more war, Mark Levin. I hear them
screaming. We need to do something about this. I hear them too.
I'm sorry, man, but this country, I'm sorry. It's just, we're never going to be like we were in the lead up to the war in Iraq, where there were 2 straight years of Bush-Cheney propaganda of Saddam's going to attack us, Saddam helped Osama bin Laden do 9/11, Saddam has weapons of mass destruction, he's going to attack us, he's going to attack us, he's going to attack us. And everybody kind of believed, okay, I guess so, we just got attacked on 9/11, it could be, I believe them, right? And so most of this country want to go to war with Iraq. Ever since then, and people learn, oh shit, the government just lies flagrantly about the most insane things like war and life and death. This country hasn't been the same since then. Now we don't trust you, we don't believe you at all about anything, ever. We just don't believe you. And so now you have the same, this is just like Bill O'Reilly did it back in the day, just like Sean Hannity did it back in the day. More war, we need more war. War's great, we love war, it's gotta save people, war. I'm sorry. Even a lot of the Fox News audience is gonna see this and go, huh? What? Now don't get me wrong, soon as Trump does another bombing raid, it'll go up to 95% among MAGA Republicans will support Trump's bombing of Iran. But the majority of the country will be opposed and strongly opposed to it. Okay? You're not going to get the majority anymore. It's not going to fucking happen. And I just can't get over the fact that here you have people who could not give a single solitary shit about innocent people dying. And then now all of a sudden it's, I care about these innocent people dying. No, you don't. You care about Israel and you care about their power. And you know that Iran is one of the only countries in the region, I think the only one left other than, arguably Lebanon, right, that can actually stand up to your domination of the region, right? And that's why you want the Iranian government gone. You want a U.S. and Israeli puppet put into place there to let our companies steal all their natural resources, right? And you want a government that will not stop Israel's expansion, will not stop the march towards a greater Israel project. That's what you want. And you don't care about the innocent civilians. You don't care about the stability of the region. These are the same psychopaths who argued for the Iraq war until they were fucking red in the face, knowing that eventually gave us ISIS, the rise of ISIS as a direct result of that and breaking the region. And they're arguing for the same thing again. Because again, at the end of the day, all Mark Levin cares about is his beloved Israel. That's it. He wants them to have the entire region. He wants them to have all the power. He wants nobody that can stand up to question their authority in the region. And that's why they want to take out the Iranian government. That's it. It's got nothing to do with the protesters, nothing to do with freedom, nothing to do with democracy. If you believe that, I have a fucking bridge to sell you. And here we are in the year of our Lord 2026. And this motherfucker is having a raging meltdown, arguing for more war. And Sean Hannity is going, I totally agree with that. I don't know how anybody watches this slop. Meanwhile, our country is the baddie. Us and our allies are the baddies. It's not close. It's not a question. It's just a fact at this point. When you look at Trump, the war criminal, pedophile, rapist, when you look at, our allies like Israel and what they do, Saudi Arabia and what they do, like, what do people who join the military here and in Israel, what do you think you're fighting for? You're fighting for fascism. That's what you're fighting for. You're fighting for corruption and for the billionaire class. That's what you're fighting for. It's got nothing to do with freedom or democracy or any high-minded values or rights or international law. Nothing to do with any of that. No, Trump illegally overthrows Maduro to steal their oil. Right? We back Israel, because the Israel lobby has effectively bought our government. And Israel's trying to create a greater Israel. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. So I'm just so sick of this wag the dog bullshit. I need you guys to be able to see through the propaganda. And if you can, I don't know what to tell you, but I think at this point, certainly most people watching this show, you understand. All right, y'all. That's the show, man. I love y'all very much. You guys know the drill. Everybody, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. You can click that bell icon also. That guarantees that the videos get delivered directly to you, as opposed to having to rely on the YouTube algorithm, which doesn't like political stuff very much. You can also support the show on Patreon. That link is below. Remember, this is real independent media, so $2 a month goes a long way. $5 a month goes a long way. If you really want to go wild, $7 will go a really long way per month. You can also support Crystal, Kyle, and friends on Substack. That link is below as well. And Corn's World, y'all. Come hang out with us Monday nights on Corn's World. You don't want to miss it. That's always a bunch of fun. All right, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.